to beer and breakfast. This is your match preview show here on Shoreham View. My name is Johnny.
And I'm Jono.
We're of course sponsored by the magnificent Waverlets, the best lettings, buying, selling service of any property in Waverley and beyond.
Expanding on it.
They're an expanding business and it's Blades Run. So if you're selling, buying, renting, letting out, any of the above, get over to Waverlets, give them a shout. Who else we're sponsored by, Jono?
Glistening Kicks.
A linchpin of the trainer cleaning services.
Give your kicks new life.
Give your kicks new life. And again, Blades Ran. Support the Blades businesses, people. And support us by getting down there and clicking that subscribe button. 64% still, aren't they?
Still 64.
Still 64%.
I'm not happy.
Not happy. It's not moved. The needle's not moved. We've got more subscribers, but more people who aren't subscribed are watching. The needle's not moving.
Come on. It's a little tap of the subscribe button costing you absolutely nothing.
And then press the little bell and turn notifications to all, and you'll never miss a thing. Like the video, comment, blah, 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 blah. Also, audio podcast, we've been through all this before. Should we see what we've got coming up this week?
Let's go for it. We review the City loss.
We'll be getting the view from the Blades fans.
A look at Everton.
The returning Kenneth's Corner.
This or that.
Match predictions.
And plenty more.
As I said, this is available as an audio podcast, so available on all good platforms. Blah, 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 blah. It's doing quite well on there. Yeah, thank you for listening. We do appreciate it. Don't know why I've just bowed, because anybody listening wants to see it. Right, let's get on with the City game, Jono. Very, 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 very unlucky not to come away with an unlikely point in that game.
To get that equaliser and then just to fall short at the end.
Bogle, by the way.
Bogle,
by the way. I give him a lot of steak. Good lad.
Very good lad. We did get battered the whole game. It was every man behind the ball practically.
Name me another team that won't
exactly.
Get battered.
That's what you've got to do against Man City, and I thought we did it absolutely superbly.
Yeah.
All right, it might not be nice to watch, but do you know what? I've never heard Ram Lane as loud.
Very good.
So yeah, fair play to fans for getting that extra man behind them and all. It was just, so unlucky to come away. I was gutted.
Greta didn't have the best of games, did he?
You were Marius, wasn't it?
Your little Mardy bum bum, big 7 foot Greta Thunberg.
If he did score, Jesus, he would have proper spat dummy, wouldn't he?
I think that he thought he were ref at one point.
Imagine missing a penalty from St. Cop. I said, can you do it in the middle of a packed cup? No, you can't.
European nights, big games, crucial things. Where's he bottle it? In front of Cop at Bramwell.
Exactly. Shit himself. Absolutely shit himself. Couldn't get it on target.
Because he's just a shit Billy Sharp.
Even West thought, I'll dive other way for you, and you still missed.
He's going to score 4 now at their ground, isn't he? He's a fucking rape.
I was so dear as a bit of glory.
He finally climbed out of Robbo's pocket, though, to get that header.
Yeah, I think Robbo, you've no way jumping up to win that header, maybe.
I don't think Ireland even jumped. I think he just stood there.
You could see relief on Arlen's face to get a goal in. He knew he was having a bad game and he just bossed out of it. I thought we defended against him superbly.
I do.
Really do.
Thought we were excellent.
I thought Grealish probably one of their best players. He did. I think Baldock's not going to have a harder game against anybody else.
He never does out against Baldock.
He did. He did.
Yeah, he got his leg broke nearly.
He got the assist. He got that crossing. Baldock probably should have stopped it.
Come on, how much did George Baldock cost?
That's what I'm just saying. And Baldock's not going to have a game as hard as that all through the season.
You can't say Baldock should have stopped it. On paper, Baldock shouldn't even be anywhere near him.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I meant.
I get you now. I get you.
I'm not saying he played bad. To stop Grealish.
It's hard to do. Oh, I get you now. Yeah. It's very difficult to do. I just think that Baldock just showed again why it's so important.
Definitely. And I hope that's a load of bollocks that he's linked me Athens.
I think the conversation went like this. Hello, Sheffield United. We want to buy Joe. Fuck off and get out of this city now.
Yeah, exactly, because they were from Kazakhstan.
Yes. All representatives from Kazakhstan. Do you know this? Keep fuck off. One thing did come out of that game. I can't really judge him. He did all right for 5 minutes, but Ben Osborne came off with an injury. It looks like it could be quite long term as well.
Yeah, we're going to miss him. Do you admit it? No.
If anything, it's going to inspire us to do what we should have done a while back and get a new left wing back.
Is that now at top of his agenda?
Yes.
Is that more than bringing back a McAtee and Tommy Doyle?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm not gonna crucify Larouche. We all know it was his mistake led to the goal.
He played well till that point.
I think he had no.
There's got to be in roles.
I'm not gonna say he had a good game. I'm gonna say he did nothing wrong until that. And it's heartbreaking for the kid because you could see that as the referee was leaving the pitch and obviously Bramall Lane were booing the ref. You could see Larouche thought that was for him.
Oh, I hope he done. No,
he did.
Definitely not.
Edwin Anders he had booing, and he went to one knee. Eckenbottom put his arm around him, and he pushed Eckenbottom away and walked towards the tunnel. He thought that was for him.
Oh shit! I really hope not.
I hope not.
Unless you were just disappointed with yourself.
I'd like that because I don't want him to think the booze are
we
free.
lost 2-1 against Man City.
Yeah.
We go into that change room with his heads held high.
Yeah.
Definitely. And then we go again, and I think that's a good platform for Saturday.
I do, and I don't think he did much wrong in that game up until then. I thought he was starting to improve because he has started to improve game by game.
Yeah, he looks really good going forward.
Yeah,
his defending probably needs a bit more work.
He's come from fucking French second division. What do you expect? Yeah. It's French fucking Premier League. Got fucking Marseille. Shit defence. They don't have to defend all game. There's no attackers.
There you go.
You play PSG. That's your only threat all fucking year. How you doing, Marseille? You enjoy Champions League, are you? Oh dear. Oh. What's French for crime or?
It's universal, mate.
Crimo. Oh God. Right, shall we go and get some fan previews? Go for it.
Everton big game, eh? Left at Dross other night. Link Cup, well, that were awful. But we'll have proper players back. Tough game. Their centre forward scored on his debut there, big money signing. People seem to be expecting that we're going to win this one. We might win it, but it's a very tough game. They haven't been as bad as it seems in their own games. I know they were shit at Villa, but it'll be a really tough game. Just got to hope we start to click. We move ball forward with pace. A couple more signings won't go amiss before deadline. But it's not be all and end all. If we don't win, long way to go yet. We need to gel. But it's his best chance so far. Ooh, being nervous one morning. Up the blades.
Alright guys, Travelling Blade here, just got back from Lincoln at home. What a classic. That'll live long in the memory. Actually will, to be fair, joking aside, just for the wrong reasons. So yeah, Everton at home. Massive game already. Both going into it with 0 points. I imagine everyone said that by this point though. But I think there's reason for hope though, because I reckon, well, until tonight's flipping bin fire of a game, after the City result, I think we were quite buoyant. Obviously, yeah, we lost, but the performance we gave against probably the best team in the world, the fact that we equalised and scored a meaningful goal at the time against them, I think we were going into this quite proud and buoyant. Hopefully tonight's absolute just a waste of time doesn't dampen that spirit too much. And Everton, I think, are going into this with their fans pretty pissed off, whereas we're going in pretty hopeful and proud. So hopefully that transfers to the pitch, and the expectancy, like when United fans are expectant, we end up playing crap. Hopefully that's what happens to Everton, and we're just buoyant and full of hope. I can see it being a draw, both teams scoring, both teams coming away not that happy with what's going on. I'd say a 1-1 draw. Hopefully someone like Archie gets a goal, be good to see him. Start McBurney, hopefully, because he made a massive difference when he came on against City. So yeah, I'm not really hopeful of a win, but I'm not going to be hopeful of winning any of these games. But I think we need to get at least a point.
Obviously, there's still people getting over what happened. It is a big game coming up, isn't it? It's a really big game.
It's probably could be the start of the season or the end of the season.
Yeah.
For both teams, because Everton,
they look awful.
Yeah.
It's either a springboard for them, or it either shows why we're going to go for it and why we're here to compete, or it's going to be a springboard for them at our expense, isn't it?
Yeah.
Shall we start by looking at what 11 we play for this game before we look at Everton?
Definitely.
Because I think we don't need to adapt our 11 to Everton. We just need to play the strongest team we can play.
Yeah, and more attacking intent, I think.
Yeah.
Because we'll have a lot more of the ball than we did against City.
Yeah.
So we've got to use it well.
Go on, I'll let you start off, John.
West, absolute fantastic game, for me against Man City. I know we probably not his biggest fans, and
I am his biggest fan. I love West to pieces, but
we just think we could get better. But on that performance, no, we can't.
Yeah.
He was fantastic. Man at match against City, so straight in with West.
Still can't kick it.
Back three of Inel, Egan and Robbo, I'm not changing that.
Okay.
Baldock, right back. And I'm going to try Trusty at left back.
Oh dear. Okay.
I think he needs to be wading, and at the moment, he's not getting a game because Robbo's playing well.
Okay.
So let's try him at left back because we're a bit short on there, and if he can play left back well, there's only one, and then he's covered for Larouci and vice versa.
Okay.
In midfield three is Souza, who's been absolutely fantastic out there. It could be probably the best signing so far. Looking at him, just think he's fitting so well. Hamer at side rim, and I'm going for Cameron Archer just in front of them two.
Okay.
And the front two of McBurney, who once again played brilliant when he came on. He held the ball up so well, especially into his body. And him and Traore, I think, could cause a lot of trouble up front.
Yeah, it's all right. Mine's very similar, but I think mine's better. I'm going to go with Big Wes in the net, as you said. Absolute colossus at the back. Still can't kick it, but shot stopping isn't any better. Back three, Anal, Egan, Trusty. Trusty needs to be put into that position and learn his trade where he's going to be playing.
But why are you going to drop Robbo?
Why not? Anyway, moving on to that. Baldock, and I'm going to stick with Larouci at left wing back. I'm not going to make any knee-jerk decisions and chuck him straight aside over one mistake. He needs to build his confidence back up because there is a big chance that we might not get that left wing back in, and he might be what we've got.
Agree. That's why I think we should give Trusty a try. But
No, Trusty needs to be in Robbo's position. Robbo needs to retire in peace now onto the bench and be a backup.
Just go on, carry on.
Exactly the same. Souza, Hamer, Archer behind the front two.
That is a good midfield.
Yeah,
that.
and then McBurney, Traore up front. Did anybody else notice Traore's little Didsy moment where he just trapped the ball dead on the spot?
It was good that way, wasn't it?
The fuck did that kid just do?
Yeah, beautiful. It was very high.
Yeah.
It's like me on a Tuesday night.
Hello. We do have to put a caveat on these 11s. We are recording this on a midweek morning. We are playing Lincoln this evening. Of course, we don't do a beer and breakfast for these little iffy cup games or a vlog for these cup games. So if anybody does get injured in our starting 11, it's not our fault. We didn't know. We did not know.
Fancy a little cup run, or you want to just concentrate on survival at Premier League?
I'll tell you about Christmas. Looking at those teams, we've gone for it. Apart from the Trusty Robbo situation, we've both got the same idea of this. I think we're starting to.
I want to see Trusty, but I don't want to drop Robbo. That's the only thing. And I'm not saying drop Larouci for what he did. I just think he'd come on as a sub and do well. Yeah. So I think he could do that against Everton.
I think we need to be looking for the future, and I think Trusty's going to be better than Robbo.
See, we've not really seen him enough, have we?
No.
But then again, cup match, hopefully.
Yeah.
We'll get to see him. And I'm hoping Louis Marsh starts as well.
Yes, so am I.
He's scoring for fun.
Oh, Louis Marsh. Could he be the striker with...
I'd like him to go to a Championship club, League One club, just to see how he fares.
I'd like him to come on against Tottenham and score a winner.
Well, won't we all? That is just...
We got Louis Marsh, we got Louis Marsh. Na.
Fits well, that, man.
It does fit well. Louis,
it's yours for the taking.
it's your time. That song could christen you. The new one.
We've sold him tomorrow.
Don't do that. Fuck's sake. He's already squad, he could be playing. Yeah, we found him. Yeah. Fuck's sake.
Remember, we did that with Ndai in Sandberg.
Yeah. We also did it with Jordan Slew. So, exactly. Anyway, shall we have a look at Everton? Some quick stats. How many goals have they scored?
0.
Who's got all their assists?
Nobody.
I nearly caught you out, didn't I? Nearly caught you out. How many have they conceded, Jono? He's a stat man.
I'm a stat man. 6.
How many have they played?
2.
Played 2. Conceded 6. Scored none.
That's some good stats.
They're going to beat us 2-0.
It's a massive game for us. Just to get off mark and just to, make more disarray in Everton camp, innit?
Oh, just really
I tell you what, they lose on Saturday. It's a bigger loss for them than it would be for us.
Yeah, but I think Calvert-Lewin's still out, isn't he?
Hopefully.
Tom Davies could come off the bench and score the winner. That'd be nice.
Forget about Tom Davies, don't we?
Because they give him a lot of shit.
Well,
they hate him because
it's for a reason, mate. I don't rate him at all.
Why?
What's he done?
What's he?
If he can't get in the struggling Everton side.
Do you think that might have something more to do with the fact that Sean Dyche doesn't like him because he doesn't dress like he, comes in one of these places?
From one of these places.
Would a man dressed like Tom Davies fit in a working man's club?
Well, no, but neither would McBurney.
I think McBurney would fit more in than Tom Davies. But look at Sean Dyche how we're with Bamford, because Bamford doesn't talk like he talks quite posh.
I'll tell you what, Tom Davies, you're welcome to come for a pint.
Yes, Tom, come for a pint. We'll talk about how you're going to score 3 against Everton.
Oh, when he scored 3, about when tell us how good it were.
But it's vegan bollocks, no, start eating meat, kid.
See, yeah, that's a problem there as well.
Start eating your steak, kid.
That's where your energy comes from.
Exactly. But no, we got sidetracked again, haven't we? We do this a lot.
What are we talking about now?
Everton. I think the biggest thing with Everton is, I think the Sean Dyche thing. Everything's, it's a great bit of business, he'll take him on to the next level. What's Sean Dyche going to do? He's getting less back in at Everton than he has at Burnley. He's got all this money for one player.
Well, he just spent it all, hasn't he?
Yeah.
They have just signed a new striker. It's big money for him, 21 million.
But they've done this before, it's like a rinse and repeat.
Yeah. It could have been over. He's coming from Udinese. Is it better?
What's the point in buying one striker if you still can't defend or clear ball in midfield? You've got to strengthen a team. And I don't think Sean Dyche is getting final say in transfers.
No.
Ooh,
that's not. Would he stand for that?
Yeah. Wouldn't you if you're getting paid shitloads?
Well, then again, it's either that he must be drunk or high to sign Ashley Young.
That's very fair. That is very fair.
That is just beyond belief of why anybody in the Premier League want to sign Ashley Young.
I'll take Ashley Young right now. We've got off through our starting 11 and the Everton game. And I think that leads us on to, obviously, we've signed Archer. Going to make his debut against Lincoln. Might be waiting till, I think they'll play him against Lincoln. Hopefully he doesn't get injured. And obviously looking to make an impact, I've said obviously about 50 times, and looking to make an impact against Everton. Which leads me to a question, Jono. And you know what question's been on this channel?
Game off. This or that.
For those that have been listening on the podcast, we better explain what this or that is in case you've never seen it.
They should have seen it.
They should have seen it. But we have 2 paddles in front of us.
2 fine-looking paddles.
None of these ghetto paddles that we had last season. 2 Sheffield United paddles with yes on one side and no on the other. What we do in this and that, we ask a question and we answer the question with yes or no. Best game show in the world, as copied by Sheffield United official, as copied by Sorted Food, as copied by plenty of other bastards.
We're calling them out now, are we?
We're calling them out.
Calling you out.
Calling you out. Our game. We might have stolen it from somebody else, but we made it popular.
Don't say that.
Fuck you. Anyway, it's your favourite game in the world, so you get the paddles first, Jono. And the question this week is, Cameron Archer, is he the one to grab us the goals to keep us up, based on what we know already?
It's a definite yes for me. Oh, I'm so happy with this. Morning Glory Sunday morning.
Morning Glory Sunday morning.
When you saw that on Twitter, you were waiting for it and waiting for it. Sheffield United don't do transfers quick.
No.
Never have done, never will do. And you just always had it back in, it's going to fall through.
Yeah.
Something's going to happen. I'm not sure what this buyback clause is with Villa that they've got. There's a lot of rumours that if we get relegated, they get him back for the same amount. I don't know. So, but yeah, I am chuffed to bits for him to be at Lane. I think he's absolute baller. Best player in Championship last season. Well, definitely one of them.
Is he going to get his goals keepers up?
And it's not just his goals, I think his assists as well.
Yeah.
It's his assists that could, obviously, these goals win. Either he's getting them or he's assisting them. So yeah, massive signing. Well chuffed. Johnny, is Archer the one to give us the goals to keep us up?
No.
You've put one up, Paul.
No. It's the right one. No.
You bastard.
He will be, hopefully, a big part in keeping us up. I don't think he's going to have the impact that Ndai had with the assists and goals in numbers that Ndai got. I think he's going to get a lot of goals for us, for a team in our position anyway.
Yeah. So a lot of goals in the team that you're talking 7, 8?
I think he's going to get 6 or 7. And then probably 4 or 5 assists.
I'll take that.
I think where he's going to come really good is linking up between the Traore and McBurney up front.
That's why I put in assists.
If we stay up this season, the kid who's going to get the goals to keep us up is going to be Ollie McBurney, in my view.
Ooh.
And I think a lot of that will come down to building a little 3-way partnership with Traore and Archer.
He's got to keep fit.
He's got to keep fit. But I think having 2 nippy players round him, technical players, for him to hold it on to and knock it on.
And if he can hold it like he did against Man City, definitely.
Imagine.
Would you even play McBurney just behind both of them?
No. McBurney hold it up, knock it to Archer, who knocks it to Traore, who's running in behind.
So Traore's getting all the goals.
No, Traore's got it there. Traore puts it across to a waiting McBurney. Ding, ding, ding.
Do you know it's easy, this footballing, Mark?
Triangles, mate.
Okay, if you need any help, mate, we're here for you.
Football manager's a godsend. But we can work the other way. Archer's got it. Knocks it to McBurney, knocks it back to Archer, knocks it to Traore, knocks it back to Archer. Archer shoots, scores. McBurney plays it through to Traore, who's running in and they score.
You know these other teams have defenders, don't you?
I know they do, but we've got 2 pacey players. One that's shown he's very skillful on the ball. One that's showing that he's still a young kid, Traore. And look what McBurney did against Man City.
I'm loving this positivity, though, from 2 weeks ago, looking at transfer window. This team now...
Yeah.
I'm actually not too fussed about Ndai going.
Oh, but mate.
But imagine if them 2 players win this team now.
It'd be phenomenal.
I'm even going to say they're mid-Premier League team.
Top 10.
Thereabouts.
Top 4. As you've said at weekend.
Yeah, that was...
No, we're not getting too carried away. Yeah, but back to this, so that I think Archer... I'm not saying he's going to... Like, don't get the no as a negative. The no is a positive. That's me trying to build the rest of the team around him, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And to be fair, if he does come good and get those old goals, if this buyback clause, Villa will just, we'll have him back. So, like I said, we don't know what that buyback clause is. Hopefully, it don't shine that much and they buy him back. Imagine if he scores bleeding 15 goals and Villa buy him back at end of season.
Buy him back in January. Let's go and get some more fan views.
So Everton at home then, you think it'd be a nice opportunity to get some points on the board after a disappointing first few results. Not as such with the performance against Man City, much happy about that, and obviously away at Forest again, that the last 2 goals that we've scored I've gone absolutely mental on. There's been such good occasions, but yeah, you'd like to think that we could be really nice to get 3 points on the board looking at the fixtures that we've got coming up. It's difficult to argue against it being a must-win, really. I'm sure Everton fans will probably feel the same. But yeah, we've got, like I say, tough run coming up in September. And yeah, the Lincoln game's obviously just finished, which, you know, being someone that lives in Lincoln, works in Lincoln, I've already started getting messages and that from people, so cheers for that, Blades. But no, I can't really say too much on that game. The second half looks like it was mainly our kids, and there's only really Norwood and Egan, the first teamers that were still out there. So with McBurney coming off at half time, it looks like Everton will probably look to start a similar side to what we have been doing, but hopefully have McBurney and Archer as the front 2. Give them a bit more time to gel together, and hopefully it's two recognised strikers that have had a good experience in men's football. Get them gelling and playing together. Not expecting to set the world alight straight away. It might take them a few games, but at least with the rest of the team being fairly settled in defence and midfield, hopefully we can nick a goal to win it. I know Everton have won tonight at Donny, but I still don't think they're up and running yet, and I'm not sure that Dyche knows his best team at the minute. He seems to be chopping and changing with his defence a lot, and tonight's the first goals that they've scored this season. And that was, against League One Doncaster, so you can't really take much into that. But yeah, as long as we stay as defensively compact as we did against Man City, which was fantastic, and yeah, just try and be more on the front foot, put it on Everton a bit, be a bit more creative. Yeah, I fancy our chances for getting 3 points, but I mean, the way it's going, I can always see us getting an undeserved loss. So yeah, hope for the former. Hope we have a good Saturday, nice early kick-off. So yeah, up the Blades. Fingers crossed for 3 points. Let's have it.
Jono, the window slams shut soon. Who do we need through that door?
Yeah, still a lot of talk about McAtee or O'Dell coming back, and I'd have one of them in a heartbeat. But
I'd have both of them in a heartbeat, that'd be amazing.
are you playing them?
Yes.
For who?
I would put Archer up front and stick McAtee behind him.
So you're dropping Traore?
I'd have to drop Traore in that situation. Doyle would be on the bench to be a good replacement for Sousa. They play a very similar game.
Yeah. I mean, I've nowhere drop Sousa at the moment.
No.
Absolutely.
There is a risk he might have picked up a knock, but I think it's come at the right time. Because somebody else can play tonight against Lincoln.
Yeah, as long as it's fit for side drive.
Yeah.
No way
100%.
risking him for
No.
tonight.
We've got the makings of a decent squad coming through, which...
It's just the backup we need, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all happened very slow. It's all happened on a bit of a tangent because we had to get rid of players to bring them in. I don't care what anybody says, doing it that late in the window was fucking stupid. It really was. We should have had 6 points on board by now against Palace and Forest. Because the team that played against Man City stuffs Forest and stuffs fucking Palace. Don't care what anybody says to me. That team, as it lined up against them, and that's without Archer, batters Palace. Because Palace weren't that fucking good. Batters Forest, because fucking Notts were fucking shit. They've
had Notts in the
they've got absolute delusions of grandeur, these Notts cunts. Like, 1 year in the Championship, at least you got a year in the big time. You're in your second year, mate. Fucking get ready, because you're going down. Down. They're going down with Everton and Burnley. Bye-bye.
Luton's stopping up.
Yeah.
Luton's never stopping up.
We had this in the season preview, Jono. Luton's stopping up. Anyway, I think we still need another goalkeeper, or either of Wes's level or better. Not worse than Wes, if that makes sense. Doesn't mean that Wes has to be kicked out, especially after the game he had at the weekend. Why would you? But if he gets injured, do we really want Davis coming in?
No.
Exactly. We need left wing.
I wouldn't be too confident.
We need a left wing back because I'm not going to slate Larouche. I don't think he's ready for a long season in the Premier League, and I don't really want to see Matt Claude play if he's going to play like he did in the first 2 games.
No. Is it R&D anywhere near?
No idea.
No
idea. For him at left
anybody
centre
does know, can you let us know?
For R&D as a left centre half anyway.
Yeah, but he just worked well with Lowe on left back, didn't he?
No.
He did!
No.
Lowe played his best with R&D.
Yeah, but R&D were at left centre half and Lowe were at left wing back.
Exactly.
No, we're not doing that again. We're in the Premier League now. It's not the Championship. We can't do these things. No. And I do think we need more in midfield. I think we need another centre half. What happens if Egan gets injured?
Basham. Some people go, sure he did get, but I'm sorry, but Basham's never put a foot wrong.
Not in that. No, you can't play him in that Egan position.
Maybe not an Egan position, but I think he'd be all right for an L.
That's the position we need. Is
for Egan.
Is backup / competition for Egan.
You could do it like another Kieran Clark on loan.
Maybe.
No.
Harry Maguire.
Get over it.
No, but you know that kind of mould of player.
Yeah.
Just a big unit who's good at defending, like standing tackle.
Yep, knows his job.
Yeah. I mean, Harry Maguire's probably better off in the overlapping centre-half position, but he's big enough to be a big square head at back if we need him.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of model player we're after. It doesn't have to be Harry, but it needs to be more of an Egan. Square head, broad shoulders, willing to get into a tackle, push your team forward.
I don't know, if Harry Maguire went on so much wages, I think would be in for him.
Doyle going to Wolves as part of the Nunez deal.
Good, that means we're getting McAtee.
News just in. Yeah. Knowing us, we'll not bring anybody else in.
No, definitely getting a couple of loan signings. It's gone a bit quiet on that Balde one.
That's not happening.
Yeah, I don't think it will.
I'm good to we're not signing Origi because I just like singing Divock Origi, Divock
Could have
Origi.
just for Everton match because he always scores against them.
Yeah. What? 1 game loan?
1 game loan.
Can you do a 1 game loan? Emergency loan. I've heard of him.
Yeah.
What's the emergency? We're playing Everton.
It's not. Hold my pints.
Give me 2 realistic players that you'd love us to bring in, Jono.
Definitely McAtee. Apart from that, I've said it for a while. You said like another midfielder, and I always rated Elias Chair, but not even linked with him or all that. McAtee, I'll be happy with.
My list is pretty simple. Dean Henderson, which isn't going to happen, so he's off the list now.
Because he's signed for Crystal
Has
Palace.
he signed? Is it official?
Yeah, well, I'm sure he said they were having medical, so...
Yeah, well, that's gone, isn't it? That dream's gone. So my two ideal ones would be Josh Doig from Hellas Verona, Scottish left wing back, phenomenal player. Don't know if we'd afford him, but I think that'd be a great investment for the future. Show him in business.
To be honest, I've never heard of him.
Don't need to, because I have.
I trust you. You signed him on Championship Manager, didn't you?
Football manager. Championship manager's not been a thing for a while, John.
Oh, sorry, I'm just living me childhood.
No, I have seen him play a few times. I do like watching Italian football when I'm hungover on a Sunday. So, yeah, he's a good player.
Okay.
Good player. He's something that we could push forward because he's mouldable and he's better than Maxwell. But then again, so am I. And then controversially, if I could only pick two, I'd pick Doig and I'd pick Tommy Doyle.
Tommy Doyle?
Tommy Doyle, yeah.
So, between Tommy Doyle instead of McAtee?
Yeah, if I had to choose between the two, I'd pick Tommy Doyle.
Ooh, you should have had that there for this or that.
Should have done, but I didn't want to jinx it.
I can't imagine. No, well, that's you for this or that. You going for McAtee or you going for Doyle if you have to pick one of them?
Doyle, every time.
Oh, McAtee for me.
Who's going in Souser's place if he gets injured?
Basham.
Who's going in Hamer's place if Souser and Hamer are both injured?
Osborne.
Oh, Osborne's injured, mate.
Hamer's not injured yet. So when he's injured.
This is why we need Doyle.
Koulibaly, we've got options with Andre.
Injured. We don't have a Susie style player. 4.3 million for Doyle apparently for Wolves.
Breaking
news. What's that, Jeff?
So you Tommy Doyle fans are not getting him?
No. Fuck him, cunt anyway. We want McAtee. I pick McAtee. Yeah, Josh Doig.
It must be true. Danny said it.
Yeah, I want Josh Doig and I'd love Tommy Doyle. They'd be my two. Who would be your two ideal transfers? Get down in the comments below us. And I think instead of us giving our opinions and you giving your opinions, why don't we just ask the Oracle?
Oh, do you know what? It was so insightful last week.
So insightful. They gave us such an insight into the game.
I wonder what he's going to say this week.
It's a return of Kenneth's Corner.
Don't stop moving, baby, on it, phone, it, driving crazy. Wiggle, wiggle.
Kenneth, which player would you bring in? Papa, pull my knee up.
I can see why he said him.
Do you not give us your final
Player?
Do you not give us your final thoughts?
I cannot follow that. Yeah, anyway. I'm lost.
I'm okay. Oh.
Final thoughts. Massive game. Let's have the atmosphere we had against City. Let's get our first win on the board. Johnny.
Yeah, let's go Blades. Fucking hell, Kenneth. Right, okay. We need to be controlling this game. This isn't a game where we're going to say, well, it's a Premier League team, so we should sit back. We need to be controlling this game. We need to be playing those triangles. We need to be pushing the ball up the field. We need to be making a statement in this game that we are here to compete. It says it on the inside of his shirts. Outrun, outfight, outplay. And that's what we need to be doing. Hopefully everybody's fit for this game that we want playing. Hopefully there's no stupid injuries we get against tonight. And there's just no other way to put it other than it's a massive game.
Exactly.
It's a huge game and we need to be winning it.
Losers are down.
I won't go that far. I'd say it's a very clear indication of which side's going which way. I don't even think a point's good enough. I think this is a win.
Who's our happiest team with a point?
Them. Win. This is a game we have to win. I know it's a lot of pressure early in the season. This is a game, if you are staying in the Premier League, you win. No ifs, buts or maybes. That is just what it is.
Yep.
Anything to add to that?
No. That's fine.
What is your score prediction, Jono?
I'm going for a 2-0 Blades win.
2-0 Blades win.
And do you know what? I went far off at City game, 1-1.
You were very clear. Man, 0-0, which shade had a win, didn't it?
No. Not till 70th minute.
True. Do you know what? I'm going to say 4-1 Sheffield United.
4-1? Are you for real?
No.
Everton scored a goal?
No, I'm absolutely not for real. It's going to be 1-0.
Everton can't score, and when we're going to be hard to score against.
1-0. 1-0. I just think we've left the signings too late. This team should have gelled together by now. We've not
He's
had a
already
chance.
fitted straight in. Silva's fitted straight in. I think Traore's fitted straight in. And if Cameron Archer fitted straight in, just gives title now.
I just think we've left it too late with all the signings. And I think this game, again, is one where we should have had his team fucking ready. And the team that plays on Saturday should have played 3 or 4 games together by now. And they haven't.
Don't work like that, especially when it's United.
Especially when it's piss poor fucking planning. Not from the management's point. Not from the fucking coach's point. We all know from which point, don't we?
Listen, we've got the targets in. Better late than never.
How much Tommy Doyle just gone for? Fucking hurt me. Anyway, 1-1.
That's what Danny said.
1-1.
And they got to play
1-1
as well.
1-1.
We'll see, won't we?
I hope I'm wrong. I'm hoping we win 4-1. I'm going to say 1-1. Just because I don't want to jinx it. Don't want to jinx it. If I say 4-1, we'll lose 4-1. If you have a score prediction, get down in the comments down below and let us know. Answer this or that question. Answer the McAtee dog question, even though it seems quite irrelevant.
I still like to know.
Yeah, like, subscribe. If you're listening on audio, thank you very much, and we do appreciate it. A big thank you to Glistening Kicks and Wavy Let's for making this possible. Thank you to everybody who contributed. And just fucking make sure that we're as noisy on Saturday, even though it's nearly kick-off, as we were against City. I've been Johnny.
I've been John.
What the fucking place?
na 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 na